Hello, I wanted to show you this really fast recipe. It's a family favorite. We love the flavor of it. It's fast. It's easy to tweak if you don't have certain ingredients. It's kid friendly. It's just great. So if we just swipe over to the cookie dough screen, I can start typing it in. It's called creamy chicken sun-dried tomato pasta, I think, something like that. Um, and when I'm backwards, I don't always know how to type. Um, let's see if it'll come up. Okay, it's the first one. Creamy chicken sun-dried tomato pasta. So when you've come into a recipe on Cookie Dough, you can scroll down to see the ingredients and the steps. There's also a nutrition guide and some hints and tips. Or you can just press start and get going. So the first thing it's asking us to add in some onions, and I've just cut them in half, and some garlic. It says 2, but I've got 3. I have a lot of garlic at the moment, so that's all good. Extra flavor. We also want a bunch of herbs. So it says to use parsley and basil. I'm also putting in some oregano because my oregano bush is thriving and my basil plant is like dwindling. So I'm kind of making up for that with that. Chili is optional. Well, everything's optional, but I'm putting in a very small de-seeded chili because if the seeds are in there, my 11-year-old daughter will not be happy to eat this pasta. And some sun-dried tomatoes going in as well. And then some butter. So all that together is the first step of this recipe. So you can see how good these flavors are going to be in this pasta. So putting in our lid and chopping it all on 3-7, 5 seconds. Do our chop dance. While the Thermomix is working for you, you've got to do something. And it's just telling me to scrape down, but you can see how well it's chopped everything in there. And now it's going to cook for 3 minutes to saute all those flavors together. And so during that time, I can chop my chicken. But because it's going over 95 degrees, it's asking me to put my simmer basket on top. And we'll just press go on there. So I'll just show you how you can multitask on the Thermomix. If you come to these 3 dots up here, you can press recipe detail and scroll down to see the whole recipe. So I can see I need to get my chicken, cream, water and wine ready and my stock base. Or if you're in the recipe, you can press preview to see the next step and just keep pressing preview to see the next few. Press the bookmark when you're ready to go back to what you're up to. But I will pause the recording and while that cooks and while I chop chicken. Okay, so that is just finishing. And we're ready for the next step. So you can see it's been sauteing in there and it's asking us to add our chicken. Now the recipe does say to use breast and I'm using thigh because that's just our favorite kind of chicken. We prefer the texture of thigh, but you can absolutely use the breast as the recipe says. Okay, adding in some cream. And you can use coconut cream. I've done that once before when I didn't have cream and I was happy to try a substitute, which I might need to do now because I've only got 200 grams of cream and it's asking me for 50 grams. So, okay, I need to go get 50 grams of cream. Okay, so I had this container in the fridge of leftover coconut cream, so we'll see if it's going to be enough. It's extra thick. It was like this thick coconut cream thing I had going. Oh, that's a bit more, but I'm just going to use it all because I don't want to waste it. The other thing, might sound a bit weird, but I have used sour cream in the past when I was out of cream. So you can just use whatever. And we want some water. So obviously this is making the sauce for our pasta. And what I love about this is that we make the sauce in here and then we add the dry pasta in so it cooks while it cooks in the sauce. So it's a one pot pasta, and that's what makes this such a great, quick, chuck on kind of midweek meal for when you're in a hurry. And some wine. Optional if you don't like to cook with wine, you could add some more water and stock paste or apple juice or whatever. I just use the really cheap um, Aldi wine because that's just what I buy. I think it's like $3 a bottle or something like that. And this chicken stock paste. So for those who haven't tried our chicken stock paste before that you can make in your Thermomix, I recommend giving it a go. It makes about this much, and you keep it in your freezer, and it's scoopable because of all the salt in it. It scoops really easily out of the tub, like ice cream. Softer than ice cream even. So yeah, I try to have the veggie stock paste and the chicken stock paste in the freezer because the flavors are actually very different. If you don't have this, use your veggie stock paste or use the store-bought. Whatever you've got is going to work. And I think that's everything. So now we put our simmer basket back on, and this is going to cook for 10 minutes. So you can go do whatever else you need to do in the house while this cooks for you. And that's the beauty of some of these Thermomix meals where it's a set and forget. It will call to you when it's ready for you to come do the next step. Okay, the sauce has been heating up, and now this step is very easy. All we're going to be doing is adding the pasta. So I'll just take the lid off. Yeah, saying just to add the pasta. So I am doing a bit more than the recipe says because I find this to be very saucy. So it says 250, I'm doing 300 just to bulk it up a little bit. That's just a personal preference. I think the first time you make something, you should probably stick to the recipe. I just happen to know a very saucy pasta, which we do also like, but we're a family of 6, so I try to bulk things up where I can. And that's it. So the lid goes back on, basket back on, and we cook. It says 7 minutes, but with a note to prolong. I always prolong. I don't know what pasta is going to be cooked in only 7 minutes. I guess mainly if you had macaroni maybe, but so I'm turning this up to 10. And yeah, I'll show you the end result after this. We've got 10 more minutes to go do whatever you need to do around the house. Okay, so this is almost done, just a few more seconds, but one thing I have got ready is my round 2.6 litre thermo server, and I like to, this is not in the recipe, but I like to put some baby spinach in just to add some veggies, even though you're probably going to serve this pasta with a salad or something, but any chance you can add some spinach in is good in my books. It wilts down anyway. So yeah, so that's the end of the recipe, and I'll just show you the results. So you can see how saucy it is. So you can see why I like to add a bit of extra pasta. And just pouring it in. Sorry, just making sure I get it all. And that's it. So now I'll just give it a bit of a stir. But yeah, you can see, I don't know. I just stir to put the spinach through it. But yeah, one pot pasta. It's probably only taken about 5, maybe up to 10 minutes of my own personal time. The rest of the time is the Thermomix in action. So yeah, that's why it's a favorite here, but also the flavor is really good. And you can use any pasta. I've used, I can show you. Probably can't show you now. But yeah, you can see I've used the bow tie pasta. But penne is what I normally use. It just depends what I have. And so here we go. And here's a picture of the penne done just as per the recipe. You can see how saucy it is, and that's why I've added extra this time.